Upon seeing Vanessa speaking to you guys about cyber and trying to make sure we set the scene so you get the story and its application to what your roles are, I begged the guys if I could just get five minutes literally to almost introduce Vanessa by talking a little bit about what our experiences over the last fortnight. For me, it's interesting following Alistair Campbell up on stage today. Probably the biggest name I've tried to follow on stage, other than Ranulph Fiennes, who I also followed on stage to talk about cyber. So I think it must be a theme for me, trying to follow big speakers when it's not, or it wasn't until last weekend, that exciting a topic. And then around 2:30, the NHS decided that they would give me a ring. So my equivalent in the NHS gave me a ring. So you might want to have a look at what's happening, because we're dying quickly. We've got 42 hospitals that are closing their doors because we have no IT capability, because we've got lots of broken ways of handling systems. Because actually, we don't have a national IT solution. We have lots of people who think about adopting bits of a national IT solution. And what that meant for the NHS was that there wasn't a national solution to what they did. So the team in the NHS were frantically trying to connect to every of the 1.2 million people in the NHS and say, please don't click on this thing if it lands in your inbox. And as we saw with, or some of you may know about the NHS mail issues last year, where somebody managed to reply all to 1.2 million email addresses, suddenly the NHS had no IT. Tony mentioned this morning, for those of you who were there, that alluded to, the HSE doesn't always do well in public opinion for what it does and how it works. Whether that's investment, whether that's the media, whether that's how all of these things come together, I guess is a big issue. But over that weekend, the HSE did okay. For some reason, the media decided that actually the HSE had taken some right decisions. The HSE protected what it needed to protect. Yes, we took away the ability for the outside of the health network of Ireland to communicate. But what that did do is it protected every single clinical system in Ireland from cyber attack. It was a big decision for the leadership of the HSE to take. It caused some pain. But it did mean that a group of people were able to work over the weekend and into Monday and Tuesday to restore services to health in Ireland, to protect Ireland. You know, at one point on Saturday, there were 5,500 attempts to land WannaCry in one Dublin hospital. 5,500 times somebody could have clicked on a link and brought down NIMIS, our radiology system, or the PAS, or the ability to analyse blood in a hospital. It's quite distraught to think that healthcare is now a target, and people asked over that weekend, why on earth would somebody target healthcare? Nobody was targeting any care or any system. It was a completely randomized attack. Let's get people. And that's kind of scary as well. But what we took on the Friday afternoon as a leadership team was we will be open and transparent about all our communications. We will make it as clear as we possibly can, and we will get out in front of this and protect the healthcare system. What I'm about to say is quite scary. The HSE has no out-of-hours IT support. We use IT to deliver healthcare. We have no formalized out-of-hours IT support in place for the HSE. Nobody is paid to work out of hours. On Sunday, 36 people were working nearly 14 hours. The WannaCry virus, the cyber attack in health in Ireland, was the biggest team-building event I could have probably asked for. And I didn't ask for it before anybody writes that one down. But what it has done is it's brought together 288 staff who now believe in themselves and believe in what we can do. You know, on social media in the ensuing days, somebody put up that the health IT team of Ireland were the pride of Ireland. You know, though it was a part of national pride, says the man with the English accent, that Ireland would be a country that wasn't impacted from a healthcare point of view by the ransomware attack. It became a big part of what went on. You know, in that week, it had been World Nurses Day. Somebody else put on social media, next week should be World Healthcare IT Day. Another quite amusing moment. But I guess one journalist, who will remain nameless, on that last quote, was quite, and will remain inspirational really to the team, because he actually turned around and said, health in, didn't it work well, shock, as one of his quotes in there. And that was because they pulled together. That's because they tried hard to take learnings, and that's because they were committed to delivering. And it's because things like Vanessa's going to take you through now are so important as we go forward. As we deliver a digital fabric for health, this isn't the first and last time this will happen. This is the first of many times it's going to happen. And every time, we need to be able to pull together and deliver that solution. Upstairs, at the same time as this, is the Future Health, is the Festival of eHealth. And unfortunately, I've got to run straight upstairs now and present, so I can't even stay for Vanessa's bit. But one of the things Vanessa and I have spoken about already is how can we use what she's going to talk about in Ireland to try and build and build and build our cyber defense, our ability to have a digital fabric, and our ability to continue to support what we need to do. Sorry for pinching 5 minutes of that time. I hope that update's useful. I'm here all day if you do want to grab me at other times. Thank you very much.